And the Pistons looking to build on last season, Shams. What's the key for them this year?
Well, a big part of it was continuing to build on last season and bringing back some of their core. And we've seen how the right vets catalyze this young team. So getting those guys back in the mix, that was a big priority this summer, continuing to add shooting around Cunningham.
So here's Dallas's starting group. Thompson, the small forward. Washington holding down the floor. Kyrie Irving out there with Flagg. And it's Lively in its center. Now here's Irving. To the wing, right side. And here's Flagg outside. And it's Harris with the rebound. Thompson against Thompson. Thompson passes to Robinson. Offensive rebound. For three, here's Harris. That shot missing.
3 misses in a row. Still looking for their first bucket.
Irving up top. He's watched by Cunningham. And they blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance at another one at the stripe.
And you appreciate all the little things Kyrie does to get his points. That time, baiting the defender into making contact.
Here's Cunningham. Last game we saw him with 32 points. Harris outside. Back to Cunningham. Over Irving. And it's Cunningham missing.
Yeah, a bit of a slow start here. They're 0 for 4 to begin the game.
Here's Flagg. Robinson defending. And it's Flagg missing. Detroit has gone 0 for 3 from downtown. And with picks 2 and 3 in this year's draft, Shams, we saw the Spurs and the Sixers add to already crowded backcourt rotations.
The draft is really a talent grab, so you have to go for the best available. But we saw in the finals the value of having multiple guys who can play with the ball in their hands, spread the floor, do multiple things on the court, and the competitiveness is a big part of this. The ability to play both ends is a big part of this. So all of those traits increasingly important to win in today's NBA.
Look, you love to see this kind of team chemistry. Let's see more of that.
Thompson, a screen on Irving. Here's Cunningham. Cunningham can't get that one to fall.
Well, he continues to make the effort, but the results just aren't there this quarter.
For Detroit, they've gone 0 for 6 from the floor. Shaky start. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
Flying high, Asar Thompson. I wish I still had hops like that.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Well, JB Bickerstaff had a few moments to share with me. This many years into the game can be more set outside to contest. People forget how good of a shooter Kyrie can be. He continued and said, and threes are so hard to compete against, we want to try and limit those first. BA, back to you.
Okay, thank you, Allie.
How many shots has he missed this quarter? Might be time to find offense elsewhere.
And that one's good. Flagg.
Name a way to score. Cooper Flagg can already do it.
Pistons trail by 7. Harris outside. Detroit moving the ball around. Cunningham on the wing. That has to be encouraging. Sinking one after missing his first 5.
He was cold, but that basket might get him going. 1 for 6 now.
Right wing. The 3 from Washington. And it's Harris with the rebound.
Well, this was his shot to miss, honestly. Poor coverage, good setup. He just couldn't knock it down.
Thompson passes to Duran. And here's Cunningham. Shot clock at 6. Sinks it. Now 2 of 7 on the night. And almost all of the lottery picks in this year's draft coming out of college. Shams, what's changed over the years?
Yeah, these players in college are making so much money. In some ways, players that are going back to school at times are making just as much, if not more money than they would if they're being drafted. So the NIL money at play is the biggest story. Players no longer have to necessarily sacrifice their earnings. They can get the exposure. They can get the college experience, the big tournament. Also, they can get the big bag, the nice pocket change as well. So whether you stay in college or go to the NBA draft, whether you want to stay abroad, but in most cases enter college basketball, there's a lot of money there in NIL.
Game's popular as ever.
In the interior, Kyrie is money. He has the touch to just drop it in with ease.
And the dunk by Duren.
For a center, he's maybe undersized, but his ability to get in the air to make a play balances that out.
And here's Flagg outside. And good. Coming on the assist by Irving. Flagg's got 5.
Yeah, Flagg has that 3 ball. His bag is pretty deep.
And so the timeout by J.B. Bickerstaff here. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Gafford, he's in for Kyrie Irving. And so it's Detroit with it. They trail by 3. Pass to Robinson. There's the 3. And the shot is good. Harris making the play.
Well, this is what Robinson is out here to do. I like how aggressive he is shooting it from outside.
And a busy summer for trade shops. What went into that frenzy of activity?
Yeah, only the Nets had significant cap space, so that meant it was going to be a lot of trades, not a ton of free agent movement. Also, with a much greater level of parity, the East is wide open, and teams are really sensing there's a chance here to go for it. We saw that with the Desmond Bane trade in Orlando.
You feel like we may go on the same kind of roll next summer?
Yeah, I think next summer there'll be much more free agent movement. There's going to be about 10 to 12 teams with significant cap space in the summer of 2026.
Jones, you got to get all your cell phones charged up, baby.
They're ready.
A master of the mid-range. You can't give Middleton any separation in this area.
The 3 from Thompson. Kept alive. Thompson with a screen. And here's Harris outside. It's rebounded by Dallas. They're moving on after a tough loss they took at the hands of the Pacers.
In this league, you have to stay active at both ends of the floor. I thought their lackluster defense was the difference in the game.
Yeah, poor communication at the defensive end. Many of the rotations were late.
And it's Detroit with the ball. After the basket by Dallas. Detroit moving the ball around. Robinson. And it's good. Off the back rim and in. Robinson's got 5.
Well, when your shot is as polished as Robinson's, you can be that fast with your motion.
Harris against Middleton. Over Harris. The rebound by Detroit. Duren's got 5 rebounds tonight. Harris passes to Duren.
And Duren doesn't fear the contact. In fact, he welcomes it when he's trying to score.
And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Mavericks?
Well, their game plan has been very effective so far. They're working the ball inside, putting constant pressure on the defense.
Another thing that's gone well for them is the mid-range jumper.
Take a break.
It's been falling with ease so far.
That free throw no good. And one thing you can say about today's NBA, Shams, it keeps you guessing.
Oh, does it? I mean, this is an era of wide open competition. We've seen the flattening of the lottery odds, the big comebacks, especially in the playoffs this past year, a different champion each season. These are exciting times to be sure. And I think continuingly with this collective bargaining agreement, we're going to see more and more parity in the league.
And a year-round news cycle, which is good for you.
I'll be ready, BA. You know this is much more fun for me.
Here's Flagg, coming off a 16-point game against Indiana. 6 on the shot clock. Duren with a rebound. Duren's got 6 rebounds in the game. Harris outside. Outside Herter. Three-pointer. Here's Duren. That one a tad offline, but it drops in for him. It's all knotted up.
You have to put a body on Duren. He's quick, he's athletic, and he has that 7'5" wingspan.
And here's Flagg outside. Holland with a rebound. And the Pistons shooting only 42% to get this one going. Down low. And out of bounds. Dallas will have it. All right, now that we have a second, let's take a look at which teams cashed in on the fast break last year. The Pistons in second.
You know, it really made for some exciting games the way this team ran the floor, always maintaining impressive energy in transition.
And some changes here for Detroit. Stewart, he's checked in for Duren. Green comes in for Tobias Harris. And Sasser subbed in for Kate Cunningham. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Thanks, guys. The Dallas Mavericks are all in on defense. Coach Jason Kidd said, quote, "That's something you can hang your hat on, especially when your offense isn't going. Defense will give you a chance to win those ugly games. That gives you the opportunity to play for that bigger trophy." Guys, back to you.
Gotta have it. All right, Allie, thanks for the report. Here's Flagg. 7 points in the game. Over Herter. No good. A bit long that time. Detroit with the ball. Sasser outside. The three. Oh, can't get it. Misses his first attempt. Dallas is gone 1 of 4 from deep. Middleton outside. 8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. To win the drought. Holland with the rebound. Martin against Green. Outside Herter. Let's go with a three. Not going to go that time. Tie game in Detroit. And quarter number 2 will get underway just after this short break. And getting it going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. All right, guys, looking at what we've seen from the Pistons, what do you think?
Well, I'll tell you what, throughout the first, they did a great job of just running their offense.
Yeah, and I love to see this kind of communication between teammates. Great player movement, great ball movement.
The Mavericks shooting the ball at around 42% for the game. And we've heard greats like KD and LeBron question ring culture in the NBA, Shams.
They both chased after championships as well, though. They've both gone after those rings. And so, for sure, counting rings, that definitely oversimplifies the legacy of the game. We have to see exactly how the player's body of work stacks up. Everyone's going to have their own opinion. Everyone's going to have their take. And trying to influence public opinion is a tricky game. At the end of the day, people are going to look at stats. They're going to look at how many championships you win. They're going to look at the entire body of work. And rings culture is a part of that to an extent.
Yeah, and think about the civic pride that comes to a city that an organization is in when they do win a championship.
Kevin Durant won 2 rings with the Warriors when he went there. LeBron James won 2 rings with the Miami Heat when he went there. So they both have gone and sought after that culture that comes with championship pedigree.
Green out there with Holland. Then there's Marcus Sasser. Then there's Kevin Huerter. And it's Stewart in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the group for Detroit right now. Now here's Irving. He had 25 points in his last game.
That's their plan, to get him an opportunity to finish in tight. That's a miss they can live with.
To the wing on the left. Pass to Sasser. Up top, Stewart. He's scoreless. 6 to shoot. Here's Sasser. And it's Irving with a rebound. And Irving has got the ball here for Dallas. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. Lets it fly. Another miss by Irving.
Well, that wasn't a bad shot. Defense playing a little loose there. Sometimes it just doesn't go in.
Pass to Stewart. Huerter with it. He's picked up by Christie. Again, the miss by the Pistons. The Mavericks leading. Irving looking around. It's interesting, Shams, that Commissioner Silver said injuries in the 2025 playoffs were the second lowest in a decade, but big injuries, Achilles injuries to Tatum and Lillard and Halliburton. It didn't feel that way.
No, and it's really unfortunate. Those are some really serious injuries to some seriously important players in the NBA, and given the gravity of that, it's clearly an issue that goes beyond the playoffs. I'm told the league is continuing to gather the data. Of course, player health is in everyone's best interest of the league. Adam Silver, they're paying a very close eye to this.
For the Pistons, Thompson, he's checked in for Green. Robinson comes in for Huerter. And Cade Cunningham subbed in for Sasser. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second. Pass to Robinson. Here's Holland. Picked by Stewart. 5 to shoot. Holland can't hit. Dallas leading by 4. Some around the league, Shams, saying the Big Three super team era is done. You see it that way?
Listen, BA, the latest CBA clearly is designed to spread talent around the league, clearly is designed for parity around the league, but I really feel like the super team era really came and went pretty quickly. We saw Miami with their Big Three win it all. Kevin Durant to Golden State was really a one-off product of the salary cap spike in 2016. That's been about it. It's been about parity, but you still do need a couple stars in today's NBA to win.
Now here's Irving. 11 points in the game. Hit his leg. The official saying it was kicked. Tobias Harris checked in for the Pistons. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Irving, the pass to Lively. Count that one. And the Mavericks lead by 6.
Yeah, their defense is starting to wear down. That's 3 straight buckets at the rim.
The Pistons have gone 0 for 6 in the second. Not looking good. Harris on the wing. The 3 from Thompson. Pistons keep it alive. Cunningham going to work inside.
I love the hustle there from Cunningham. Plays like that demonstrate leadership.
Pass to Washington. To the inside. And a slam dunk by Lively.
And using his length, getting in close to stuff it down. That's just too easy.
They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
Harris, a screen on Christie. Robinson passes to Harris. Clock at 6. Cunningham against Irving. And it's Cunningham missing. The Mavericks lead by 6. Martin, the pass to Washington. Outside Irving. Takes the 3. The rebound by Detroit. Their last game, a win against the Magic. Looking to carry it into this one.
A big difference in that one. Their ability to convert from range. By and large, they took some really good shots.
And they were just
On a 4 from three-point land here in the second. Harris. That falls. Nice feed that time from Cunningham. Cunningham's got 3 assists now in this one. And Irving has got the ball here for the Mavs. This is their first game against Detroit this season.
These teams were similar last year, both in how they treated this head-to-head matchup and where they finished in the standings.
Well, in terms of where they sit in the league, these teams are both in the middle of the pack, but both are looking to take the next step.
And a big finish by Robinson.
Oh, what ferocity on the throwdown. I just love when he goes up with purpose.
Where was the D right there? The effort lacking big time.
And with the score as close as it is, these are the opportunities you truly can't allow.
And here's Harris. He's got 5. Cunningham passes to Thompson. And here's Stewart. Detroit moving the ball around. Robinson for 3. Sends it home from three-point land. Robinson's got 8 points here in the quarter. Here's Irving, trailing by 2. And he drives in, and he converts the layup. Irving's got 15 points.
And I'll tell you what, slowing down Irving is a team effort. And to this point, they're failing to slow his roll.
And so the timeout by J.B. Bickerstaff here. He's going to talk it over with his guys. The Pistons making a switch here. Duran's checked in. The 2K leaderboard highlighting last season's assist leaders. The 4th spot held by Cade Cunningham.
Not a lot of guys had better vision on the floor than him. He was able to see passing lanes and ready shooters no one else could.
Detroit has gone 2 of 5 from distance here in the second quarter. Pass to Thompson. Now here's Robinson. And the rebound goes to Dallas. Flagg's got 4 rebounds in the game. Williams finds Thompson. Fires the 3. Marshall with the bucket. And it's a 3-point Dallas lead.
Rock solid screen right there. The defender got completely lost.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from him.
Now here's Durham. A 32-point game for him in the win against Orlando.
With 3 steals in the night, he helped them in a big way.
Cunningham. And Cunningham throws it down.
Well, that's what you want from Cunningham. Use your size, attack the rim.
Cunningham against Williams. Hey, expanding his range. The rebound by Detroit. Inside. Here's Cunningham. The basket's good. Off the assist from Thompson. And that's now 10 points for Cade Cunningham.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
Here's Flagg. Robinson defending. Looking to get back on track. Thompson outside. Oh, and Clay makes that three look so easy.
Not too many players have ever had the feel for the three-point shot like Clay. He was born to shoot the deep ball.
And Shams, as always, it was a pleasure to have you with us here tonight. Thanks for making the time, man.
Of course, B.A. Call me anytime. Let's do this again. I'm always available for you, B.A.
Best to call, text, email, or send a snail mail.
All of the above.
Always a pleasure to hear from Shams. He uncovers some stories that no one else is privy to.
Yeah, I've always been a big fan of his reporting. He's a tireless worker, very detailed, and his integrity is second to none.
Here's Flagg. The Pistons getting their last shot to go. Back to Williams. The shot. Pulled the shot a little left. The bounce goes his way, though. Flagg's got 9.
Yeah, excellent setup for Flagg. He's on his spot, lined up. All he needed was the ball in his hands.
Back to Thompson. Pass to Robinson. Fires for 3. Rebounded by Marshall.
One reason this game is so tight is because both teams are hitting the boards with reckless abandon.
That one falls. Now it's a 4-point Maverick lead.
So graceful with the teardrop.
Cunningham looking around. The 3. Oh, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. Kyrie Irving has been on display for the Mavericks. 8 points in the quarter, showing how effective he can be. Let's send it courtside and check in with Allie LaForce. Allie, what do you have?
I'm here with P.J. Washington. P.J., what will be the key for you guys defensively in the second half?
Not letting them get easy routes to the basket and contesting their shots, rebounding, and just not letting them get second chance points.
Comes back to the fundamentals, guys.
Thank you, Allie. Good stuff. We will be right back after this break for the beginning of the third quarter.
Good evening, everybody. Can you guess what we're starting the show with? Wow, you guys are good. Time for the power rankings. Veering off topic a bit, I wanted to ask you guys, who would you say is the best trash talker of all time?
Man, there's been a lot of them. But I'll go with either Bird or Jordan, because trash talk is only good if you can back it up.
I really can't say because nobody talked trash to me. They were too afraid of the consequences.
Okay, now that's a lie. Because I talk trash to you all the time, and I haven't seen any consequences.
Just wait till the next break, buddy boy. Been saving up.
Moving on. The Mavs find themselves in a battle. Close matchup so far.
Their offense is running like a machine there, Shaq. I mean, they're making calculated decisions, kind of like all of those degrees you have. Calculated degrees, very consistent approach, man. I'm telling you, man, just like you.
Yeah, you can't speed them up or slow them down.
Appreciate you joining us. It's been our distinct pleasure, and I mean that. Let's now take you back over to the third quarter with Brian Anderson.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams trying to gain an edge. Well, you look at Kyrie Irving in this game, he's been everywhere.
I'll tell you what, he's still...
And you can see team chemistry really growing as a result of him racking up the assists.
Dallas leading by 4. And Stan, the Pistons' J.B. Bickerstaff, the runner-up last season for Coach of the Year.
Well, yeah, instead it went to Kenny Atkinson, who replaced him in Cleveland. But B.A. talking about landing on your feet, Bickerstaff showing again he can turn things around.
On the court right now for the Mavericks. They've got Flagg. Najee Marshall is out there with Thompson. Then there's Powell, and it's Williams in at the point guard position. Now here's Robinson. Cunningham outside. Clock at 4. Shoots a fadeaway. Powell pulls it in. The Mavericks shooting at 49% so far in the game. And he throws it down. What a terrific lead pass.
One of the most selfless stars in the game. Clay has no problem playing the role of distributor.
Pistons trail by 6. Cunningham with the ball. Harris up top. Pulls it. That falls. Nice feed that time from Cunningham. Cunningham's got his 5th assist in this one. Harris has gone 3 of 5 from the field. Williams passes to Powell. Williams on the wing. Unloads from 13. And yes, it goes. Got a little English on that one. Flagg's got 11.
A little old school from the rook. Flagg going with the midi.
Thompson, a screen on Williams. There's Cunningham with a 3. Thompson, some room here for Harris. And counted from 19 feet away. 9 points in the game.
Well, you love assisted hoops. That's good offense.
Pass to Flagg. 2 minutes into the second half of play now. Pistons trail by 4. Robinson finds Cunningham. Back to Robinson. Now here's Thompson. Here's Cunningham. Duran the screen. 3-pointer. And the rebound goes to Dallas. Flagg's got 5 rebounds in the game. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Thanks. Well, Klay Thompson last season climbing into the top 5 all-time for 3-pointers made and continues to knock them down for Dallas. He said, my game fits this team so well as far as stretching the floor, playing hard defense, and being a two-way guy. He's looking to add a new chapter to his legacy. Back over to you, B.A.
A future Hall of Famer, no doubt. All right, thank you, Allie. Thompson with it, and it's Marshall picking him up. For 3, here's Harris. Second chance shot, and Duran lays it in.
They're almost impossible to stop Duran inside. Wow, just wow.
Outside, Williams. Thompson outside. Offline with a 3. And so it's Cunningham with it. He brings it up for the Pistons. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Najee Marshall. That's his first foul of the game. Well, Grant, Tobias Harris has been around the league. What's his best asset?
You know, I think it's his reliability and versatility. Harris is always on the floor, having led the NBA in games played multiple times. And he just gets the job done.
That one drops. He ties it up. As someone who helped make the game what it is today, what do you think of the modern NBA, Stan?
Well, look, B.A., skill level has never been higher. These players are the best that have ever played the game. We got more guys on the floor who can shoot the ball, more guys who can handle and pass. So the game is at its height. There is always going to be things that can be improved, but we've got to really appreciate what we're seeing in today's players.
And it's the Mavericks with the ball, following the score by Detroit. Williams against Cunningham. Pass to Thompson. Klay Thompson, a killer from the corner.
One of the most effortless strokes we've ever seen. Thompson can just make corner threes in his sleep.
And here's Robinson. Yes, and a nice assist from Thompson. Thompson's got assist number 5 here tonight.
He's getting it done offensively, making winning plays at every turn.
Here's Williams. Powell outside. Top of the key. Oh, he clanks that one off the back iron and it falls. Thompson's got 5 points now this quarter.
This is Thompson's pure shooting ability in action. He has the shot up in seconds.
And so the timeout by J.B. Bickerstaff here. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. And the Mavericks going with a whole new group out there. And here's a look now at who shot the ball the best during last season's campaign. Jalen Duren is second.
So consistent from the floor. He shot it at a great clip last season.
Detroit has gone 2 for 5 from 3 since halftime. Harris up top. Detroit moving the ball around. Back to Cunningham. Shot clock at 6. From outside the arc. Lively grabs a miss. Lively's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Outside Irving. On the wing, Christie. This one for 3. And good. Coming on the assist by Irving. Irving's got his 4th assist in this one. Cunningham passes to Robinson. And the three-pointer goes. Robinson's got 9 points now in the second half.
Robinson in the mix, coming right back.
For Dallas, they've gotten 6 of 10 shots to fall in this third quarter. Now Irving. He's got 15. Baseline try. The putback. Here's Lively. And a slam dunk by Lively.
And now that's a momentum builder for sure. So important in a close game.
Look at his teammates here. They love it. Plays like that going to get them going.
Yes, some guys shrink in big moments, and some rise to the occasion.
Here's Cunningham. After the basket by Dallas. And the dunk by Duren. And that's a double-double for him now.
He is ferocious on alley-oops. With his good hands and wingspan, Duren makes for an easy target on the lob.
Now here's Irving over Cunningham. Another one falls for Dallas.
And he was dominant in their last outing. And the same thing here tonight.
Running sets for him.
Cunningham drives in. And the rebound goes to Dallas.
He is really scuffling this quarter offensively. Perhaps a little frustration setting in.
Stewart, he's checked in for Detroit. Herter comes in for Cunningham. Daniel Gafford's checked in for Dallas. Here's Irving. The Mavericks rebound. Outside Christie. Back to Middleton. Three on the clock. And another shot. Rebounded by the Pistons. Thompson's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Pass to Herter for the lead. The basket's good. Off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got 6 assists here tonight. Herter against Irving. Yep, that one goes. Irving's got 4 points this quarter. Here in the second half, this game's still nip and tuck.
Just an insane amount of lead changes. The fans are getting their money's worth.
Now here's Herter for 3. Robinson. Gafford grabs the miss. And here is Irving. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And now a 3-point Maverick lead.
Oh, great concentration from Irving. He's focused on the rim, not the contact. Love it.
It's Herder on the wing. He's guarded by Irving. Duren with it. He's got 10. Here's Herder. And it goes out of bounds. That went off Gafford. For the Pistons, Holland, he's checked in for Duren. Green comes in for Thompson. And Cunningham subbed in for Robinson. .116 left to play in the third.
Well, his shot selection's been poor. If I were coaching this team, he'd be sitting next to me.
Pass to Gafford. Now here's Middleton. Lets it go from deep. Nails it from 3. Middleton's got his second basket on the night.
Defensively, you have to stay attached to Middleton and run him off that three-point line.
50 seconds left to play in the third quarter. Here's Holland. Middleton covering. Green for 3. Sinks the tray. Green's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
The three-point shooting has been on point here in the second half.
Now here's Middleton. He's got 5. Pass to Gafford. Green against Martin. Now 5 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Stewart. And that one's good. And Green with the assist. Stewart's got his first 2 points.
Well, this is where Stewart should look to score. He can be very effective down low.
Here's Irving. Misses the layup. We're at the end of the third quarter, and we've still got a close one. The Mavericks on top, leading by 1. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
He's always near the top of the list for this honor. I mean, passes like these are his specialty.
Well, he's a consummate floor general, surveying the defense and delivering the pass on time and on target.
We've reached the fourth quarter in what has been a very competitive game. Should be an exciting finish. We've got Holland, Kevin Herder out there with Kate Cunningham. Then it's Javonte Green, and it's Stewart in at the 5. That's the 5 on the floor for the Pistons. And we've got a timeout from Jason Kidd, looking to get everyone dialed in and engaged. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Hey, guys, I was able to catch the message that Jason Kidd was giving to his team. They said in the huddle, this is it. No excuses. Let's figure out a way to win. A couple of players spoke as well, firing up their teammates. A great ending could be in store, guys.
All right, appreciate it, Allie. On defense, the Pistons. It's a one-point game. To the right side. Herder against Christie. Yep, that one goes.
In crunch time, trying to get the foul, the bucket, or both.
And so Cunningham will bring it up for the Pistons. Here's Stewart. Gafford grabs the miss.
Suffocating defense to keep the layup from falling.
Outside Christie. Launches a 3. Basket is good. Nice setup from Irving. And now a 6-point Dallas lead.
Their long-range shooting since halftime has been as strong as you could hope for.
Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute played. Stewart against Gafford. Stewart, the pass to Cunningham. Just 5 to shoot. Strong take by Cunningham.
Cunningham making it go in the thick of things.
Dallas leading by 4. Here's Irving. Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. That one goes in.
Well, he's so potent offensively. It's easy to draw up plays for him.
Herder passes to Stewart. Now Cunningham. Oh, nice finish from the low block. That one's good. Cunningham's got 4 points this quarter.
And this is just typical of him. Always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
Well, you know this is when they lean on him, and he delivers with a much-needed score.
Now here's Irving. Gafford in the post. Green covering. Gafford with the bucket.
Hey, those second chance points are found money. Tremendous effort there.
Over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Holland can't hit.
Well, if you give him that shot again, I'm willing to bet he nails it, especially with that lack of defensive effort.
Now Irving. Got a piece of it.
Well, Stewart understands his role is to protect the rim, and he does a great job of it.
Here's Cunningham. Cunningham proves he's got some touch. And so it's Dallas with it. So far in the fourth, they've allowed just 6 points. Here in the fourth quarter, just under 2.5 gone by. And here is Irving. With the drive, and that one drops for him. Irving's got 25 points.
More points coming from inside. In that respect, they've been the more aggressive team.
Pass to Cunningham. Kate Cunningham with the flush.
Well, yeah, that's why he was the #1 pick back in 2021. Cunningham showing there that he can dominate games.
Cunningham against Irving. Middleton with a screen on Cunningham. Irving, the pass to Middleton. And good. Coming on the assist by Irving. Irving's got 6 assists now in the game. Pistons trail by 6. Herder with it. Pass to Stewart. Beyond the arc. And it's Martin with the rebound. Martin's got 5 rebounds in the game. Outside Irving. Rejected. And out of bounds. Detroit will have it. And we have to take another look at that block.
Yeah, I love that they maintain the defensive energy even when they're behind.
A big group substitution here for Detroit. Jalen Duren, he's checked in for Stewart. Tobias Harris comes in for Holland. Thompson, he's checked in for Green. And it's Robinson in for Herder. Detroit has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the fourth quarter. Robinson, a screen on Williams. Cunningham against Williams. The 3 from Thompson. Washington grabs the miss.
I mean, he's trying to shoot his way out of what's becoming a prolonged cold streak.
Yeah, I get it, but you don't want him forcing things. It's better to get your shots within the flow of the offense.
The basket counts, and 1. He'll go to the line, a chance at a 3-point play.
And force-feeding the ball inside. I mean, no reason to go away from what's working.
And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Mavericks.
Well, the mid-range has been open for them, so
shot.
you've got to take what the defense gives And that's been a great attack in this situation.
And we can't forget about how ferocious they've been cutting to the rim, just going right at defenders and finding ways to finish.
Well, Grant, in 2024, you added Cooper Flagg to the USA Select team before he even played a game in college.
You know, B.A., he maybe looked really good, too. You know, he performed extremely well against the men's national team. And at just the age of 17, he already looked like one of the better players on the court that day.
Here's Flagg. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Thompson outside. Cunningham passes to Robinson. And again, the Pistons missing. Dallas leading by 8. Here's Flagg. Thompson outside. Lively with a screen on Robinson. And here's Thompson for 3. The rebound by Detroit. Duran's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. Pass to Thompson. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
Playing above the rim. This kid, Asar Thompson, can fly.
Thompson outside. No good on the triple.
Yeah, there's no reason for the defense to get out on him right now. Just let him keep taking that shot until he shows them he's going to knock it down.
Robinson can't hit. The Mavericks have gotten 7 to go out of 13 attempts during the 4th. Here's Flagg. Robinson defending. Bucket!
Their interior D continues to look shaky. Not a good matchup for them right now.
Cunningham beyond the arc. Williams rips down the board. The Mavericks lead by 8. Here's Washington. Here's Flagg. Thompson outside. He knocks down the jumper.
All time when it comes to the jumper, I'd put Clay up with anyone who played this game.
And the timeout called here by J.B. Bickerstaff. He clearly wants to talk it over and make sure everyone is focused. Here's Thompson. Cunningham. Yes, sir! Count it!
Big night for Cunningham. This is why he went first overall. Cade can take over a game.
Here's Thompson. Flagg fires! Can't hit it. 1:51 left in the game. Now Cunningham. Outside Thompson. Now Robinson. Now Thompson. 6 on the shot clock. Now Harris from downtown. Lively pulls it down. Cunningham against Williams. Now Washington. Klay Thompson. And the 3 misses. Here's Cunningham. Oh, Cade powers it in.
Cunningham's teammates and coaches trust in him in a big spot.
The Mavericks making a switch here. Irving's checked in.
Well, it's his heart and leadership that set Cunningham apart. He's never given you less than 100%, and he's always playing to win.
And we've got a timeout from Jason Kidd. Great time to call his guys into the huddle at a very tense moment in this game. Powell, he's checked in for Dallas. Outside Irving. Now Washington. He launches, and he nails it.
Yeah, they don't come much easier than that. Irving always putting the ball right on the money.
How about the unselfishness of this team?
Yeah, the willingness to make the next pass has this defense scrambling.
And it's in there.
That's exactly what you work for, a high percentage look.
Here's Dallas now. They've led by as much as 10, and they go to the intentional foul. Here's Irving. .35 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Flagg outside. 6 to shoot. It's money from deep.
That's an inspired ball club. They fought hard, and during the most important moments, they made big plays.
Yeah, they saved their best basketball for this home stretch, and they certainly earned this one.
And now we've got an intentional foul.
And you know what? We'll give them some credit for battling today, but this one is just about over.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He gets the first, and that'll push the lead to double digits. That one falls, so he hits both of them.
All but over now. Those free throws help seal the deal. At this point, it just feels like it's over.
Yeah, time is not on their side. The score is not on their side. Nothing you can do.
And so it's Dallas winning this one. Boy, a nice win on the road. By the time this one was winding down, this building was stone cold silent.
And that's exactly what you got to do. You have to try to take the crowd out of it.
And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce, who is now with our player of the game.
Kyrie, what does it mean for this team getting the production off the bench that we saw?
All right, Allie, thanks. Great stuff there. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast.
I hope everybody enjoyed the stream. Please subscribe to the channel. This channel here, Empire Gaming, and also our other channels, Kings Officiating Group. That's KINGSOFFICIATING Game Wars, and KOG Empire Gaming. KOG Empire Gaming. Follow us on those channels, and we'll be streaming every day. Not only sports, but Call of Duty, Battlefield, Arc Raiders, everything. Apex. So please join us on all of our channels. Empire Gaming, KOG Empire Gaming, and Kings Officiating Group Game Wars. So I appreciate you guys checking out the stream, and please join us next time. Thanks. Bye.